Hello, everyone. Welcome to another cooking class sponsored by Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies for the Moms for Wellness program. My name is Chef Dulce Jimenez, and today I am so excited because I love this menu that I'm making today for you. It is teriyaki with pineapple steak tips. I don't eat a lot of steak, but when I eat it, I love this recipe. Also, I'm going to quickly saute some rice and make it a fried rice with vegetables and roast some zucchini in the oven while everything else is being made. So let's multitask. So this is a kids-friendly menu because kids love Chinese food and Asian food and Chinese takeout, and you can make it at home. The key is to have all the ingredients prepared before you even start. I already prepared the broccoli. I am not using the florets. Like everybody use the florets. I'm going to use the stalk of the broccoli. I already peel the stalks, chop them, and cook them for 2 minutes in boiling water. That's what I do with all my vegetables to conserve their color and to be used throughout the week. I have a video when I'm showing you how to do it. It is on my YouTube channel. So I have the broccoli, I have the peppers, red and green. I have the pineapple already chopped, cut. Everything should be chopped and cut on the same size, This is a little bit of asparagus because I am not using asparagus for this recipe, but I had the asparagus, so I took advantage of the boiling water because this water I can actually reuse it for all the veggies and then use it for soup. So you're not even wasting the water and the flavor and any vitamins that will leak into the water. Okay, so I'm going to prepare now carrots. So I'm going to chop my carrots small, kind of the same size. So the first thing I'm doing is preparing all the vegetables. You don't start cooking until all your vegetables are ready. When you're making stir fries, things are done really fast. You stir and fry at very high heat. So you cannot just be going around and looking for what you're missing because your food can be burned or overcooked, and you don't want overcooked steak or chicken when you're making these recipes. You should have everything prepared like I'm doing right now. And I'm going to parboil meaning like half cook this carrots the same way I did with the broccoli. And I'm going to use the carrots for the rice. I'm going to make a rice with broccoli and carrots and eggs. So now I'm getting the carrots and I'm going to put it in boiling water. You can put a little bit of salt, but you don't have to because I'm using this for the stir fry. And I'm not going to use it all. Whatever I don't use, I'm going to use it the rest of the week in my salads or in other recipes. I'm going to cook it for about a minute. So I am taking out my carrots, which I just parboil them for a minute or so. I don't want my carrots mushy. I want them al dente, same as all the vegetables. Okay, so I am done with this. So I parboil the carrots and the broccoli for today's recipe, and I took advantage of the water, and I also did some asparagus. And you see the asparagus tips and the asparagus, the harder part, and make them smaller. This is delicious. You can have it in your breakfast with eggs or lunch, dinner. make soups. I save this. I save the harder part of the asparagus, and I can make soup with that when I have plenty. Okay, so now I have most of the vegetables. I have my garlic already ready. You know, I always puree, crush my garlic. You see, crushed garlic. I always have my garlic crushed in the refrigerator, and I use it the whole week. We use a lot of garlic, so that's something that I have ready. I'm gonna use ginger. I'm going to use scallions. They're already clean. I wash all my vegetables with ginger, yeah, no, with vinegar. I wash all my vegetables with vinegar, and I peel the ginger. I also wash it in water with vinegar. But I don't cut the fresh herbs until the last minute. Same as the cilantro is already washed. And the pepper, I only use a little bit of pepper. I cook the peppers like that, top and bottom, and then use what I needed. I have a combination here. This is for the teriyaki. So I'm going to start making the fried rice. I'm going to do that one and take that out of the way and start then making the teriyaki beef. Okay, so as I said, I'm gonna start making the fried rice. I'm just cutting a little bit of onion. So the good thing about the fried rice is that you can use old rice and you never have to throw away your old rice. And you can put whatever vegetables you have. A little piece of jalapeno there. You know, it's not gonna make a big difference because it's just a little piece of jalapeno, but I don't want the jalapeno to go bad, and it will give it a kick to my fried rice. So I want all my ingredients for the fried rice very well diced. Dice means small chop. You see, this is dice. Dice. Oh, we have a lot of light. Let me see. Green. Dice. You see, little dice. So all my vegetables and everything I'm putting is gonna go with the same size. So I'm gonna use this um, stainless steel pan, and I'm gonna put a little bit of water. I already cooked 2 eggs scrambled in a little bit of peanut oil or avocado oil, just a teaspoon of oil, very hot, and you just dump 2 scrambled eggs with no season on it or anything because you're going to put it in the rice and the rice have soy sauce. And then with high heat, you turn off the heat and then you finish cooking it. Okay. So I have a big wok, but it's, it's too big for the class. And then I have to clean it and prepare it. So I do it in a skillet is fine as well. And I don't have a lot of rice. So I just have a little bit of rice. So I'm going to always cook my aromatics first, which is the onions, the peppers, the garlic, the ginger, whatever aromatics you're putting in the dish. So in this case, I am adding onions, garlic, and the jalapeno. And I have my crushed garlic already done. You don't use salt in this dish, even though my soy sauce is less sodium, I think. I don't know the last one. Yeah, reduced sodium. I am very careful not to put salt. So basically, what is going to flavor this dish is the ingredients, the aromatics that you're putting, the herbs. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper, not much, just a little bit. I am not putting ginger. Sometimes I put ginger because I'm putting ginger in the steak. Teriyaki steak goes with ginger. So now I'm going to cook this for about a minute. I don't want it burned, so in case if I see that might go burning, always have water next to me. Instead of putting more oil, you're not supposed to be putting more oil, which I see people. It's burning, they put more oil. So I already had a little bit of oil when I did the eggs, so I don't need to put more oil. You can also use vegetable stock or chicken stock, but I'm gonna keep it, with water, simple water. Okay, so this is cooked for about a minute. Now I'm going to add the broccoli salt. This is the harder part of the broccoli, what people usually don't eat. You cut it, you parboil it, and I'm gonna have some carrots. Wow, look at those colors. Beautiful. I might use all the carrots, let's see. But I want to have a balance. You want to balance the broccoli and the pepper and the onions. Everything should be balanced. Now I can put a little bit of soy sauce. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. The onions and the garlic and the jalapeno with the soy sauce. I love it. Love it, love it. Now I'm going to cut one whole scallion. Scallions is family of the onion. It gives an oniony flavor as well, but a little bit mild. And of course, you never, never miss scallion in Asian cooking. I'm gonna use the scallion for both dishes, so I'm gonna cut the whole thing. And mostly I'm gonna use the white part for the rice and the green part for the beef. Okay, so see, while I'm talking, I don't want to burn, so I'm gonna put a little bit more of the water. I want that water to evaporate. Let me lower the heat. And then I'm gonna add the rice. And that's it. You have a fried rice. The simple thing. Again, the key is high heat with everything prepared and all rice. All rice is the key. So I have this rice in here. It was actually not old. I'm gonna be honest with you because I had no whole rice in my fridge. So now this water is evaporated. The water, the rice. And I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna see the balance between the rice and the vegetables. Again, I want a balanced dish. You don't want a lot of carrots or a lot of broccoli or too much rice and no vegetables or too more vegetables and no rice. So you eyeball it. Some recipes will tell you exactly, but I'm teaching you how to make it in a way that you can do it. You don't have to be following recipes. You just put whatever ingredients you have in your fridge. Whatever vegetables you think your kids like, or maybe they will eat it in this fried rice because some kids don't like certain vegetables. When you put them in the rice, you can also put more rice than vegetables if you're doing this for the kids. So they don't see so many vegetables. I don't know, depends how picky the kids are. Now the rice is getting a little bit thick, so I'm going to put the scallions. I'm going to put the eggs, and I'm going to put the soy sauce. Crush the eggs so the eggs get mixed. You can also cook the eggs right there in the middle. You make a hole in the middle and you cook the eggs. But I don't like to do that because sometimes it gets sticky, and if your pan is not well oiled, because I don't use a lot of oil, it may get stuck and then you have a mess. But this is it. This is it. That's it. You can add a little bit of cilantro now. I'm gonna put mixing the eggs. Okay. Now I'm going to some more of the scallions and some cilantro. You can put chives as well. And the herbs, you always chop it at the end. You don't want to chop your herbs at the beginning and then they get all mushy. You just prepare the herbs. It's the only thing you don't want to prepare in advance. Oh, it looks so beautiful. So colorful. Okay. And now what we do, if you have eaten all my classes, what do we do now before we take it out of the pan? Always taste it. Taste it. Do not serve your family things that you don't know how they taste. Okay, take this glove out and I'm gonna taste my rice. Oh my God, I don't want to burn myself. Smells delicious. Mm. Mm. It's perfect. It's not salty. I can bite into the vegetables and they still have a bite, which is something that I want. You don't want mushy vegetables. You can see what a beautiful dish. That is a meal. Now let's go and make the teriyaki beef or steak, teriyaki steak with pineapples. So before I start with the steak teriyaki, I'm gonna make zucchini fries and put them in the oven. So when I finish with the steak, we're gonna have the zucchini fry. This is friendly way of making a vegetable for the kids. Maybe your kids will like it because the zucchini tastes like nothing and you get whatever flavor you give to the zucchini. So you can put like parmesan and, dry basil. You can put different flavorings that they might like, and then they are like French fries. Not quite, but it's kind of the idea. So I'm gonna cut the zucchini in thick wedges. And this is washed and simple. I'm gonna season it and roast it until it's really well roasted, like has a lot of color. Okay. Whoa, something fell on the floor. Okay, so I'm making wedges. If you can see, yep, you can see it. Okay. So they're kind of thick wedges. And the key is to season it super well. So I'm gonna put it in a container. I'm gonna put, you can put olive oil or avocado oil and a little bit of salt. For this dish, I'm gonna put very little salt and pepper. So I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil and pepper. Very simple, because this menu, when you're making a menu, you don't want to use like spices that goes better with Italian dish. So if you're making this with pasta, you can make this dish and put Parmesan cheese, a lot of Parmesan, and you let the Parmesan toast super good in the oven. And but for this dish, I'm just, I can put a little bit of ginger, but wow. That sounds a lot. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of sesame, toasted sesame oil. And I'm going to mix it very well. More salt. And I'm gonna put this Szechuan chili flakes. It's gonna be a little bit spicy, but that's optional. You know, you can put whatever you want. So they look like potato wedges. And you put them very well separated. Put the skin down. You don't want them to touch. You want the air to circulate. This you can do, you can make them in the air fryer. Pretty sure they will be awesome in their air fryer. I don't have an air fryer. I had never used an air fryer, but my daughter used it and she loved it. So we should do this, Desiree, in the air fryer. Desiree is my daughter, and she's here in my classes. She always supports me and comes to my classes. So yeah, maybe we should try it to see. Okay, so look how cool. I have the zucchinis here, well seasoned, and I'm gonna put it at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes until we finish with the other dish. Okay, now I'm going to make the steak tips teriyaki with pineapple and peppers. And I have bought sirloin steak tips. There are premium Angus beef, organic grass-fed, and some of them are already very thinly cut, so I don't have to do much, but I'm gonna make them really thinly. I want them really, really thin. First of all, because it's a stir fry, I want them to be ready really quick. And that's how this dish gets done so quickly, because you have very thinly stripes of beef. Okay, so I'm going to prepare all this, because I thought they were already like this, but I don't think so. So it's going to take me a little bit to prepare this and coming back. Okay, so I have all my steak tips very thinly. Now I'm going to season them. I am season them with salt and pepper, although we're using soy, but beef needs salt and pepper. Okay. And I'm going to heat my pan. And mix it. And I'm going to dry it. I'm gonna have paper towel and dry the beef very well because I don't wanna like boil it or steam it. I wanna give some color. I wanna sear it and sear the juices and the flavor of the beef. And then I'm gonna take it out and then we're gonna make the sauce and bring the steak back into the sauce. And that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado and a little bit of sesame oil. This one is not toasted. When it's toasted, the toasted sesame oil is only for flavor. You don't use it to cook. So it's basically you put it at the end or you put it in the sauces. Now I'm going to dry the steak very well as I put it in the pan. And then I usually try not to crowd it. I will do it in two batches, but I don't want to take too much time. And because this sauce is very brown, you're not gonna notice because the sauce is gonna cover all the steak and it's going to be very, very colorful anyway. But usually if I'm gonna put a sauce that you can see the steak a lot, I will make sure I don't put all the steak together and I brown it well. I'm gonna put a little bit more salt and pepper because since I um dry it with a paper towel, some of that salt and pepper was taken out. Meat has to be well seasoned. Well seasoned. So now I have half a cup of water, half a cup of soy sauce, half a cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm making the sauce and half a cup of brown sugar. The recipe has honey as well, but I think it's too much. Half a cup of brown sugar and honey is too much. So I'm just putting the brown sugar and I'm going to put garlic in the sauce. And I'm going to put a little bit of ginger in the sauce, but I'm going to also cook it in there. Very easy way. Okay. Okay, fabulous. I'm gonna put the heat up. Look. Wow, all that flavor is in the pan. You don't want to lose that. So that's why I like to make the beef before. You can take the juices out because you don't want it. If it's too greasy, you don't want it. Okay, I think my gas is going because this is not okay. And you want it like medium, because when you put it when you put the steak back into the sauce, you're gonna cook it a little bit more. So you don't want it over cook it. So this is just to take the redness away. Okay. Okay. And the sauce also, we may not use all the sauce. I might use just half of the sauce. So you eyeball it and then you decide how much you need to use. Okay. Now here I have about 2 tablespoons of water and I'm gonna make a slurry. So slurry is a paste to thicken a sauce. And I'm gonna use cornstarch, but you can use also tapioca starch or other starch. And here you just mix this and mix it. Always have to be in cold water. And you mix the starch, cornstarch with the water, and you set it aside and you put that at the end and you cook it for 1 or 2 minutes and that's it. It's just to thicken any sauce. Okay. I'm gonna take my steak out and I'm gonna take all those juices out as well. I don't want to lose those juices. Smells delish already. Okay. So I took the steak out and the sauce, the liquid from the steak, I put it also on the side because I want to decide at the end if I'm going to use it. Now I'm going to put the garlic. I put the garlic in the sauce, but then I changed my mind. I'm going to take the garlic out. I'm going to cook it in here. I put a little bit of water in the same pan I just seared the beef or the steak. And I'm cooking the garlic with the ginger. And the peppers. Okay. And I'm gonna put some of the white part of the scallions that were leftovers from the rice. Okay. Put more garlic. Lots of garlic. Of garlic. And again, this is a high heat cooking. So when you're cooking in high heat, you need to be alert. You need to have everything ready. Like my sauce is ready. My steaks is ready. And I am cooking the peppers. I might put a little bit more of peppers. My honey love peppers. And now that I see the amount of beef that we have, I can put a little bit more of pepper. And the peppers I'm cutting kind of the size of the, a little bit less than the size of the beef. And again, I don't want my vegetables to burn, so I put, you can put beef stock or you can put just water because I don't want to keep putting oil. Always avoid putting more oils. Pepper, a little more red pepper here. Okay. A little bit of the ginger. It's about a teaspoon. Eyeball it. Gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna die. A little bit of more or less of ginger. But yes, garlic a lot. I never follow the amount of garlic in any recipe. So I want this to cook for about a minute or so. And then I'm gonna put the sauce. Then I'm gonna add the pineapple. Then I'm going to add the steak and we are done. And the zucchini is in the oven. The zucchini fries is in the oven. So we're almost done with this menu. So here are my zucchinis. I just checked them out. So I moved them around and I'm gonna put it again in the oven. I want it really toasty. Now I cooked the peppers and the garlic. Now I'm gonna put the sauce. So this is half a cup of apple cider vinegar, half a cup of soy sauce, half a cup of water, and half a cup of brown sugar. And I don't think I'm gonna use it all because it's a lot. It's like a lot. I can save some for something else. Going to cook the sauce for a minute or so until I think my gas is going down. I think I'm gonna have to change the gas. Now my sauce is boiling and the vegetables are cooked. I'm gonna, guess what? Taste it. Whoa, it's sweet, it's salty, and now it's gonna be a little bit spicy. I'm gonna put a few Sichuan red chili peppers. Now I'm going to put the beef tip back, beef steak tips back into the sauce. Oh, wow, this is so great. I love it. I love it. So good to know how to cook, guys. I'm gonna put a little bit more garlic. My husband will appreciate a little bit more of garlic. Wow, look at this. Isn't that awesome? Now I'm gonna put pineapple, which is optional. You don't have to put the pineapple, but I love it with the pineapple. A little bit of the juices. This is a fresh pineapple. Some of the scallions. Maybe a little bit more of the sauce. Now, look how beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm not going to overcook the beef. So now I'm putting what we did, the slurry, remember? And actually, I'm going to also add a little bit of the beef juices, not all of it, just a little bit. Because it can take the sauce, the saltiness. Now, this is going to make magic. This is going to make the sauce very thick. Now, just 2 minutes, and you will see how this become a glossy, sticky, sweet and salty sauce in a second. Look at this. This is it. You see? You see the difference in the middle when I do that? Look, it's already sticky. So you see how fast it's this. This is a really good weeknight. As long as you have the beef ready and the vegetables cut, this is a 20-minute meal. Of course, the class takes longer. I'm cooking, I'm doing everything at the same time, and I'm teaching you, so it takes a little bit longer. But that's it. Oh my God, this is so gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. I don't even want to take it out of the pan. Okay, that's it. Look at this. Can you dig it? You can dig it. Can you smell it? I don't want to be bad, but it smells so good. Next time we have to do live classes. Right? I'm making you suffer. Okay, let's take this. I'm gonna try a little piece of the beef, the steak. I don't want to burn myself, but I want to put a little bit of little piece of pineapple, maybe a little piece of pepper. Make the perfect bite in here. Let's see. Whoa, I'm afraid I'm gonna burn myself. Let's see, let's see. Mm, 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 mm. You have to make it. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. This is delicious. Wow. Sweet and salty with a hint of spicy in the back. And it's gonna go fabulous with this rice that we just did. Actually, I love white rice, but I always like to use my vegetables. So that's why I did this stir fry rice with the broccoli and the carrots and more vegetables. You see, here we have garlic and ginger, pineapple, red pepper, green pepper, scallions. And now we're gonna put some sesame seed on top when you serve them. And in the rice, you have broccoli, you have carrots, you have onions, you have garlic again, and you have cilantro and scallions. So you're using plants in your meals. And this, if you find any recipe with teriyaki beef, they don't have any vegetables. You could have also put the stalk of the broccoli in here. So you use to put more veggies in your meals. And also you're eating the zucchini fries on the side. So it's an extra vegetables that you're adding. So now let's plate this fabulous menu and end the class. So this is it, guys. Here you have it. The teriyaki steak tips with pineapple, red peppers, and green peppers. Zucchini fries in the oven. Very simple, but so delicious. Very spicy. Tastes amazing. I love it. And fried rice. I have to taste this fried rice again. Don't be mad at me. Let me see. Mmm, 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 mmm. So good. The only thing is missing a little bit of sesame seed on top of the beef. And here you have it. Very, very simple meal. As long as you're prepared in advance with the tips that I always tell you to do, like having your garlic crushed already, your vegetables clean and prepared in the refrigerator. This is a very quick weeknight meal that you can make for your family. And I'm sure it's kids friendly. Thank you for being here with me tonight again. And if you are in YouTube watching this class, please hit the like button, share it with your friends and family. And if you want, subscribe. But you make my day when you like and you leave some comments. And I'm going to put the recipes in the comments on the YouTube video recording. So I hope to see you again in my virtual kitchen. very soon. Bye. Good night.